My name is Peter Bamberger. I'm the Director of Research at the Smithers Institute of the ILR School at Cornell University. And I'm here today to talk to you about a new book that I co-authored along with Professor Sam Bacharach, the Director of the Smithers Institute here at Cornell. The book is titled Retirement and the Hidden Epidemic: The Complex Link Between Aging, Work Disengagement, and Substance Misuse, and What to Do About It. The book was published by Oxford University Press this past June, and the book summarizes a 10-year study that Professor Bacharach and I conducted with support from the National Institute on Alcoholism and Alcohol Abuse, a study in which we followed over 1,000 workers as they went from making the decision whether or not to retire when they became eligible to retire, and then following them through the process of retirement, observing how they adjusted to that retirement, and looking at the implications on their overall well-being, and in particular with regard to their use of alcohol and other drugs. The first interesting finding that we had that's in the book, as well as we talk about what the overall impact of retirement, full retirement versus bridge retirement, this partial retirement, might be on drinking behavior. So it gets complex because you're looking at different patterns of retirement and you're looking at all sorts of different drinking outcomes. So one of the findings, for example, that we have is that we see that depending on whether you retire and how you retire, you might have a different pattern of alcohol consumption in terms of quantity of consumption. So the finding that we had, one of the findings that we talk about in the book, is that people who follow this pattern of bridge retirement, partially retire, drink more on those occasions when they drink relative to those that stayed on the job. So we have the same cohort, some retire partially, some continue working on the same basis as before, and what we find is those individuals that retire partially, when they do drink, they drink in larger quantities. The second shift that we did see was in periodic heavy drinking, or what's often referred to as binge drinking. And what we found is that individuals who take full retirement when they're able to retire, especially initially able to retire, are much more likely to engage in periodic heavy drinking, this binge drinking, than are their peers that continue working on the same in the same pattern that they've been working to up till that point. We do provide quite a bit of insight, a full chapter of insight into what one could do for their aging parent who they suspect may have some sort of substance-related problem.